Hey guys, John Richards here. In this video, we're going to talk about how to lose weight when you don't have time. Great subject. I get a lot of questions on that, because people get too busy to do anything, and so they don't take the actions necessary to accomplish a goal. So the first thing I would say is you have to have a big enough reason why. You should start everything with purpose. Why do you want to do that? You want to write down anywhere from 3 to 5 reasons why. And really get deep in this. There's something called 7 levels of why, where you can continue to ask yourself a question. So a lot of people say, why do you want to lose weight? Well, I want to feel better. Why is that important to you? It's going to get to a point where you keep asking that question, well, I don't look good. Well, why is that important to you? Eventually, I want to be there for my kids. Why is that important to you? I don't want to die. Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you're going to reach that emotional connection. So keep asking yourself that question. Why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? And ask yourself that 7 times. And that'll get to what's called 7 levels of why. It'll get to the heart of why you want to do something. Because if you don't have a reason to lose weight, you're losing weight because somebody else tells you to, you're not going to do it. Or if it's not really that important to you, you're not going to do it. Okay? Now the second thing you want to do is you want to have an outcome goal. Okay? You don't want to just, I want to lose weight. What's that really mean? You lose a half a pound, you've accomplished your goal. No, you want to have an outcome goal. And, we all sit down New Year's, we set ourselves a goal. I want to weigh 210 pounds by December 31st, 2020. That's a great goal. And you need to have that. You need to have that 1-year goal. But you really need to focus on something closer, because what happens is people wait till October, November, December to hit that yearly goal. So let's say you have a bad January or a bad February. I got, 9 months, 10 months, whatever it is. So you don't have any urgency. So what you want to do is you want to focus on a 12-week goal, okay, or a 90-day goal, whatever it is for you, a quarterly goal. So when I set my yearly goal, okay, then based on that, where do I need to be in the next 12 weeks? And so that way it's working in alignment. I know, okay, there's where I want to be in a year, okay? So based on that, where do I need to be in the next 12 weeks? And then I write that down as a goal. Now, here's the deal. You want to write your goals present positive tense. I want to. No, you don't want to do that. Okay, like my goal for the end of the year is I weigh 220 pounds by December 31st, 2020. Okay, that's present positive tense, as if it's already happened. Now, based on that, I weigh 230 pounds by March 31st, 2020. And this is all in writing. You don't want it to ramble around your head. You have 42% more chance to hit a goal in writing. Okay, now every outcome is preceded by a process. And the process is those daily actions you're going to take. Now, you shouldn't have more than 3 actions, because you have something called channel capacity, where you can't really control or focus on more than 3 things. You can only really work on 1 thing at a time, but you can hold at least 3 things in your mind. And we all know losing weight is 90% nutrition. If you can correct your nutrition, you're going to almost be there. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to have a nutrition plan, and write that out. So in my case, I eat clean 6 days per week per plan, which is a written plan. Then I allow myself a free day on Saturday. You got to have some kind of a free day. You don't want to try to go 12 weeks without not eating clean, and without having some kind of a relief there. So I like to have a free day on Saturday where I can go nuts. And I don't go crazy, and I cut it off on Saturday night at 7 o'clock because I do something called fasting. I fast for 18 hours. So 7 o'clock on Saturday night, I'm back into fasting, back into my per plan, and then that allows me a relief once a week. And then my second step in the process, I work out 6 days per week with weights, okay? And, so now when I first started out 25 years ago, it was 4 days per week. Maybe for you it's 3 days per week. One of the things you want to do is whatever the process is, it needs to be something you can do on your worst day. You don't want to have something that you can't achieve, because that's just defeating the purpose. Again, like I said, if you want to make sure this happens for yourself, make sure it's a plan that you can do. Okay, so in my case, now I know that I can work out 6 days a week because I've been doing this for 25 years. If you're just starting out, maybe you're 55, 60, 70 years old, and you're just getting started and you need to lose some weight, You might say, well, I'm going to work out 3 days a week, and see how that goes, and then increase it. But make it something you can do on your worst day. Now, my third process goal for me is I complete 30 minutes of cardio after my weight workout 6 days per week. Okay? So this is all written down. So I have the outcome goal. I weigh 230 pounds by March 31st, 2020. Okay, then I eat clean per plan 6 days per week, allowing 1 free day on Saturday. I work out 6 days per week with weights, and I complete 30 minutes of cardio 6 days per week after my weight workout. That way it's very clear what I'm going to do. Now, the most important part of this is you have to schedule it. You know, a lot of people, they think, well, I'm going to work out today, and they don't have a schedule, they don't make time. I'm working with my nephew right now, and we're working with him to try to get him in shape and get some weight off, of course. And him and I are kind of doing it together. And one of the things he's struggling with is making time, for workouts. Because if you don't have it on your calendar, you just don't get to it. Okay, you just don't get to it. And then you create a routine and a habit out of this, and it becomes just second nature. So you got to schedule it. So in my case, I work out, 6 to 7:30 Monday through Friday, then 8 to 9:30 on Saturday, because the gym doesn't open until 8 o'clock on Saturday. And that's just the way I do it. I focus on that like that. And it's all scheduled. It's all blocked in. And nothing else takes the place of that. Plus, it's early enough in the day. So, if you're working out, if you can, do it earlier in the day. It's the best time. And then I also, I schedule my meals. I know that, I start my fast at 7 o'clock at night, and I break it at 1 o'clock the next day. So my first meal is at 1 o'clock. Okay, that's when I break my fast. That's when I do that. Okay, then at 3:30, which is also calendared in my schedule, I do a second meal, which is usually for me, I call it a sludge. It's a couple scoops of protein, a little bit of almond milk, and I just stir it up. It's pretty cool, and put a little bit of whipped cream on it because it's no fat. Okay, that's at 3:30. Then at 6 o'clock, I do a second meal. So I basically do set 2 meals, and then at about 6:45, I do another protein shake. And I focus on macros. I won't get into that on this video, but you can focus on calories, whatever it is. A great app to use for this is MyFitnessPal. You might try that, where you can set yourself a calorie goal or a macro goal if you know what that is. And maybe we'll talk about that on another video. And you just put it all in there. What that does, it makes you very aware. So when you see it going in there, and you're allowing yourself 2,200 calories for the day, and you're at 2,800, you screwed up. So it makes you aware. My nephew's doing extremely well. He's losing, I think he's at 10 to 13 pounds lost right now, because he's aware of putting it in there. He was one of these guys like myself. We'd eat at fast food restaurants sometimes. Well, you can't do that because it's hard to, you can enter it, but it'll blow your whole daily allotment of calories or protein or carbohydrates or fat. So anyway, so that's what you need to do. So when you don't have time, to lose weight, it's got to be figured out up front. It's got to be scheduled. It's got to be something that you discipline yourself to do. You can't just, because if you're a busy guy and you're going through the day, you're never going to get to this stuff. You're going to forget the meal. You're not going to go work out. You're not going to do the supplementation it takes. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you did, if you like this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Tell me you liked it. Comment. Tell me what you're doing. If you're a busy guy, what are you doing to lose the weight? I mean, what are you doing? If you've never done this before, it's hard. So start out slow, guys. And make sure you give me a comment, like I said. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And click the bell notification on the side to make sure you get notified of any future videos. We've got a lot of great ones coming out to you today. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much.